Hello, Supla fans, and welcome to a brand new series here on Supla Gaming. This is an interesting one because we've never done anything like this on this channel before. This is Madden 19 franchise mode, and I am doing a rebuild/relocation series for what used to be the Detroit Lions and is now the Toronto Mounties. We're the Mounties. We're handsome, we're brave, we're strong. We're the Mounties, and we'll control the ball. You can try to run, or you can try to pass, but the Mounties will always kick your ass. And so basically, I had recorded an episode previously, but the audio didn't record. I'm making sure it is now. I'm looking at it. But essentially, all I did was I simulated through the first year with the Lions just to see how they did, what the team was like, and they ended up going 8-8. Of course, now it says the Mounties, but we went 8-8, 8 wins, 8 losses. It was right down the middle, and there were some like bad losses and some unimpressive victories. So we beat the Jets, we beat the 49ers, and we lost to the Patriots and went on a 5-game losing streak, including one to the Dolphins where we only scored 10 points. We then went on a 4-win streak against the Vikings, Panthers, and Bears twice. And that was cool because we beat 2 divisional opponents with the Vikings and Bears, and the second time we just creamed the Bears. Then we only scored 6 points against the Rams and lost that game. Then we lost to the Cardinals in a close one. Then we barely beat the Bills, barely lost to the Vikings, and ended the season on a win against the Packers. And it was the perfect middle-of-the-road season, 8-8. And stats-wise, this team was not that impressive either. Our quarterback, Matthew Stafford, threw for just under 4,000 yards. Running backs, LeGarrette Blount, Kerryon Johnson, Theo Riddick, and Amir Abdullah mostly underachieved, with the exception of LeGarrette Blount getting 1,000 yards, 4.5 a carry. We're kind of going all in on Kerryon Johnson as the back of the future because he's very young, but he did not have a great first season here. Got 1 touchdown, 10 for Blount. And also Kerryon fumbled twice over the course of the year, which is not a super high number for an entire season, but we'd like to see him not fumble at all. Receiving, Marvin Jones Jr. I mean, not a whole lot going on here. Golden Tate had the best year. No one got 1,000 yards, but he did get 10 touchdowns on his 849 yards. Similar to Kerryon Johnson. For the receivers, we're going all in on Kenny Golladay as the guy of the future. Very young as well, and he had an alright year. Second best in yards, and he got 4 touchdowns for it. On defense, this is where we see a lot of our issues. Middle linebacker Nick Bellore led the team with 122 tackles. As far as sacks go, he also led the team with only 6.5 all year. Ziggy Ansah, the big franchise tag man, with a $17.5 million 1-year contract, only got 4 sacks and 38 tackles in 16 games. That's insanely low. Not worth his value. Just not a whole lot going on here. And that was the main problem on defense. We didn't get a lot of turnovers. Darius Slay got 4 interceptions. That was the most on the team. Quinn got 3. Then Diggs, Lawson, Kennard, and Bellore all got 1. And I think with forced fumbles, we had like 2 all year. Yup, 1 for Quinn, 1 for Kennard, and we didn't get any of them back. And then kicking. Even on special teams we had issues. Matt Prater only hit 73% of his kicks. 1 was blocked, but he still missed 5. So from top to bottom, this team was very average, I'd say. It's below average in some places. So there's a lot to work on here as we rebuild this team in a new location, still part of the NFC North, but we are no longer the Detroit Lions. We've got now second-year head coach Matt Patricia, and right now we are working on these schemes here, the West Coast Power Run, because it fits our roster the best. The multiple 3-4 defense, also because it fits our roster the best. And we've got the Kansas City offensive playbook with the Baltimore defensive playbook. Now, I want to say this. If you are not a football fan and you're just watching this because you're a super fan or you just found this channel for the first time, and I don't know why you would just find this channel and not be a football fan. I don't know what would have brought you here in that case. But either way, if you're not that big of a football fan, I'm going to try over the course of this series to kind of explain what's going on and what the purpose of everything is as we go. I just think too many people play this game without explaining what anything they're doing is. So I kind of want to change that and work on things as we go. So right now we are in the off season. As you can see up there, the Chargers won Super Bowl 53 against the Saints, 26-20. And we've got a lot to work on. So let's look at our upcoming free agents first. One of the biggest issues with this team is that the top talent is all old. The way Madden works is from the time you're drafted until about the age of 26 or 27, your stats go up just all the time, basically, for the experience you get. And then once you hit about 26 or 27, they go up still, but slower. And it's a lot harder to increase your stats. Then once you hit 30, that's when they start going down and you start regressing, especially physical traits like speed and strength. And for quarterbacks, you'd see throw power go down, just stuff like that. And so when all the top talent on this team is age 31, 32, 30, 28, 29, 29, 30, 30, 29, 30, 30, 28, 24 is finally down here. But I don't want to re-sign a lot of these guys. Golden Tate and LeGarrette Blount were pretty much the only people on this team that actually put up numbers. Ansah didn't. Hyder kind of sort of did. Luke Wilson, a little bit. Cornelius Washington, I don't think I saw his name ever. No Williams, no Sheed. Cam Johnson got 2 sacks in one game. Nick Bellore was the only one on here that actually did anything. But he's 30. He's only going to get worse. He's already not fast at 78 speed. Everything about him is just going to start getting worse. So why give him another big contract now? I mean, he only wants a 1-year deal. So I think I might actually try that. Maybe like, let's see if he takes this. And if he doesn't take this, we're just not going to sign him. Nope. All right. So we're not dealing with Nick Bellore. And there's no one else here I want. Steve Longa's young, but he sucks. His stats are terrible. His highest stat is tackle at 84. That's not great. Adam Biznawadi. Let's take a look at him. He's 25. Let's see if we can give him a 4-year deal because he's a backup. So we're not going to be playing him right away. And we can see if we can develop him a little bit. But we want to keep him cheap. So if we give him a 4-year deal, and the way this game works, which I think is lovely, is if you increase the length of their deal, they're willing to accept less money. So let's see if we can get him on this deal, because that's nice and cheap. And I'm willing to do that for a backup. Okay, so we keep him as a backup. Bradley Marquez. I don't know every player's name in the NFL, so there's probably going to be a lot I pronounce wrong, or just straight up I've never heard of him, or stuff like that. This guy's definitely one of those players. Let's see if we can get him on a 3-year deal, because he's only 26. Nice and cheap, though. Let's see if we can just... let's see if we can just really rip him off. Okay, we're keeping him too. A nice cheap receiver backup and a backup middle linebacker. Let's look at his stats before we keep him, because middle linebackers are very dependent on their physical traits. He's not fast. He's not strong. He doesn't have good zone coverage or any coverage. Tackle's only 82. How old is he? 26? He's not going to be developing much more. Yeah, I think we pass on him too. So we're going to have a lot of people leaving the team. Some of them are best players, but they're just not worth re-signing to big contracts. So it's something we just have to deal with, which means we're going to go into the draft and upcoming free agency to fill a lot of holes on this team. And we may change our scheme as a result, depending on what fits best once we get all those new people. The scheme we had only got us to 8-8 anyway, so it's not like we really... it's almost nowhere to go but up. Actually, 50-50 chance of up or down, but I really doubt it's down. Then again, you don't know. This is a rebuild. We could go anywhere. So let's take a look at our draft picks. We got 1 in the first 4 rounds. Oh, we got a 3rd. When I recorded that prequel episode that didn't end up panning out, we didn't have a 3rd round pick, and I forgot we picked one up. We traded someone away to New England, and they gave us a 3rd rounder for him. It was like a 3rd string tight end too, nothing major. We got 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and then 1 in the 7th. So not a ton to work with. Our only extra picks are in the 5th and 6th rounds, which, I mean, we're not going to get any starting caliber players there. But I'm glad we got a 3rd rounder. That was actually something I was concerned about. So let's run through the roster real quick before we get into the offseason and see what we're working with. Actually, let's skip ahead until these free agents are gone so I don't get them mixed up, and then we'll see what we're left with. But the way this series is going to work, because I know a lot of YouTubers who do Madden, if they do a rebuild series, they don't control the games directly. I will be. I'm going to be playing these games directly. I simulated through that first year because I just wanted to get it done with. But for our time as the Mounties, I will be controlling that. So let's look at what we got. We only have 1 quarterback on the roster. It is our starter, Matthew Stafford, 31 years old, 85 overall. I want to keep him around because for a quarterback, 31's really not a problem. However, we will not be having him around for that much longer. Let's actually take a look at his contract and see how much longer he's signed for. How much longer do we have him under wraps? We got him until 2022. I think we let him play that out and then we move on after that. But that means we have a few more years of Matthew Stafford, so we have time to look for a young backup quarterback that could potentially be next in line for the starting job. At running back, we've got Theo Riddick up top, which, We have Amir Abdullah, who, let me see what type of running back he is. He's considered a speedy, elusive back, where I know Theo Riddick, I believe, is a receiving back, yep. So he's more useful in the catching game than the running game, which is why I'm not crazy about having him as the starter. But we also have Kerryon Johnson, the young kid that I want to use more. He's a power back, which is very useful. Yes, I'm very excited about him. Fullback, I'm surprised we even have one. Some teams don't even have a fullback, so we're not going to be paying Nick Bawden too much attention, but at least we know we have something there. Wide receiver, we need a lot of help, because right now our top guy is Marvin Jones, and we only have 4 receivers, which is barely a starting lineup for some teams. So Kenny Galladay is the one I'm really excited about, 25 years old, 81 overall already. He's a possession receiver. TJ Jones and Bradley Marquez, I guess. Yeah, they're not great, but whatever. We have them, and right now we need something. We need warm bodies at wide receivers, so they'll do for now. Let me look at actually Marvin Jones's contract, see how much longer we have him. We only have him for 2 more years, so that's fine, I guess. Definitely need to start looking at more wide receivers for the roster. Tight end, we've got Michael Roberts and Toilolo here. Neither of them very good, but at least Michael Roberts is relatively young. He's still, I think, just going to be a backup at best for the remainder of his career. But right now he's the starter because he's the best we got. And I'm not crazy about having Toilolo as the second string at 28 years old, 73 overall. But again, you got to work with what we got. On the offensive line, we have Taylor Decker at 78, 25 years old. That could be worse. Looks like pass block is all right. I can't read it from there. Strength is good. Run block is all right. Pass block is better. Awareness, impact block, lead block. This guy's not bad. Sometimes with offensive linemen, the overall doesn't tell the whole story. Look over there at the right there at analysis at the top left of his thing here. He's the number 18 ranked left tackle in the league, so he's a middle of the road starter. I'd say we're doing all right there. Left guard, we've got Kenny Wiggins. Not thrilled about this. 31-year-old starter, and he's only a 63 overall. We need to improve this position ASAP. I'm cool with keeping Bo Nunn for now, but he's not good either, so we need to work on this. Center, we got Frank Ragnow, our young starter. I'm really happy with him. An 81 overall already at only 23 years old. Backup's not bad. Graham Glasgow, 27, 71 overall. I'm cool with this. TJ Lang is our only right guard. He was our only right guard last year too because I forgot to pick up a backup. But he's 31 years old and 83 overall, one of the better linemen on our team. In fact, I think he's the best one. So let's look at his contract, see how much longer we have him. And we're going to let him play it out. Oh, this is going to be his last year, so we need a backup sooner rather than later. Right guard and left guard, big positions of need. And then Rick Wagner. No, he's the best lineman on our team. 29 years old, not that much younger, but 84 overall. I'm cool with that. We should check his contract as well. And we have him for 3 more years, so I'm much happier with this situation than I am with the TJ Lang situation, but that's cool. And then we got Biznawadi, the backup we just re-signed. And I don't think we're going to be keeping Dan Skipper because we don't need 3 linemen of any position. Then on defense, at left end, we got Anthony Zettel, who's actually one of the standouts from last year. We can actually look at his stats real quick. He outperformed Ziggy Ansah for most of the year. Look at this. We got 40 solo tackles, 55 in total, 16 for a loss, and 6.5 sacks. He led the team. I think I accidentally said that linebacker led the team in sacks, but it was him. He even got a pass deflection as a defensive lineman. Like, yeah, I'm cool with Zettel. 27 years old, we still got a couple more years with him, so I'm cool with that. And then our backup's not super strong. Right end, we no longer have Ziggy Ansah, which I'm cool with because he was not worth the money we were paying him. But we are pretty thin at this position. 70 overall is our highest. At least he's young, but Deshaun Hand needs to develop sooner rather than later, and I think for now we need someone to come in and start at that position over him, because that's no good. Defensive tackle, we just need more people. We are running a 3-4, so we don't need 2 on the field at all times. I think if we just get 1, maybe 2 more D tackles, we'll be all right. But at 24 years old, Ashawn Robinson is our best at 80. That's actually pretty good. I'm all right with that. I would just like maybe another backup that's probably higher overall than 71. I think I'd be I'd be cool with that. And if we could get a cheap 4th D tackle, I'd be cool with that too. Left outside linebacker, we only have 1 left, and he is a little older while being not great. I actually want to look at his stats here. He's not fast. His tackling's okay. He doesn't have good coverage. He's not a pass rusher. Yeah, he's not great. And at 28 years old, he's not really going to be getting much better. So Christian Jones, I'd say your job's in jeopardy. Middle linebacker, we have 1, and it's Gerard Davis. He's 23 years old, but a 78 overall. That's actually something I'm pretty happy with. 85 speed, 89 tackle. He's got some block shedding too. 90 acceleration. He's fast. Okay, I'm cool with this. Can't cover though. 54 zone coverage. Oh gosh. And his man coverage is even worse at a 48. Oh goodness gracious. Yeah, I'd like to get a middle linebacker that can cover, but I would like any linebacker to be able to cover. Devin Kennard, our right outside linebacker, 28 years old, 78 overall. How's your coverage, buddy? Also not good. 70 zone. Oh, Jesus. Oh, boy, oh, boy. And Jalen Reeves-Maben as the backup. Younger, much worse, though. At cornerback, we're doing much better. Only because of Darius Slay. Big play Slay. 28 years old, 91 overall. Easily the best guy on our team. Everything under him, though, as you can see with Quandre Diggs, takes a sharp drop. And even Diggs is 27 years old, and the guy after him is 28. We've got some younger guys, but it is a sharp drop-off in talent after Slay. Glover Quinn, our free safety. One of the oldest guys left on the team. I think maybe the oldest guy left on the team. 85 overall, though, so we're at least going to let him play out his contract. Let's check how much longer we have him. This is his last year with us, so, oh boy. We're going to need to replace a lot of people very soon, because look at that drop-off in talent. 69 overall. Nice. And then at strong safety, we've got Tavon Wilson. He's one of the few people I re-signed only for a couple years, because at 28, it's not so bad. I can get 3 more years out of him. And he's pretty good, and we're going to need some safety help to lock things down. Oh, he's 29 now. So at strong safety, we needed something back there for the next couple of years. Our kicker, I think I'm going to look to replace him. The age is not so much a problem for kickers. In real life, there's like 45-year-old kickers still playing. But he's just not that accurate, which is weird because his accuracy rating's a 92. So I don't know why he missed 5 field goals out of 23. His power is good too. I think I'm going to give him another shot this year. Let me take a look at his contract. I'm going to give him another shot to play better, but okay, he's got 2 more years. If he plays bad in 2019, I think we cut him in 2020, but yeah, that wasn't great. I wasn't thrilled about those numbers. Punter, I'm not really worried about. 81 overall. His power is good, real good at 96. His accuracy, 83. But with punting, that's not as big of a deal. 29 years old, that's fine for a punter. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do. And I think it starts with free agency. Let me just check if there's anything else. Let's go through the sliders, I guess. XP sliders are pretty default. The offensive line gets a little boost because they don't earn experience that easily. And then also the kicker and punter, I gave a boost because they rarely get experience. But everyone else is pretty default. I'm playing this on all pro difficulty, and here are the sliders. You can see it gives a little bit of a disadvantage to the player and an advantage to the CPU. And I know not everyone cares about this kind of stuff, but you know, I know some people do also. I keep injuries pretty low because usually when I play Madden, I just get riddled with an injury like every week, and it's always like they're out for 10 weeks. And that happens to like at least 1, sometimes 2 players a game. So I kept this low at 20. But everything else is pretty much everything I've seen recommended for all pro. We are playing in Maple Leaf Field, the brand new stadium that we got when we moved. I think that's awesome. Our staff here, of course, I mentioned head coach Matt Patricia. Our scout is C. Kelly. What matters is he's level 22. He specializes in linebackers, which is good because linebackers are not great. I'd love it, though, if he specialized in everything. And our trainer, not bad. And the owner, of course, Lions legend, now Mounties owner, Barry Sanders. I think it had to be a former player, and I couldn't think of anyone better to represent the former Lions than Barry Sanders. So, let's get into free agency. We've got $66.93 million in cap space. That is a lot to work with, and we got $42.7 million in funds, which that's important for the signing bonuses. So we've got a lot of money to work with here. So I'm going to go through position by position. For quarterbacks, I'm going to look for the youngest we can find. Paxton Lynch? No thank you. What else we got down here? Oh, there are not a lot of good free agent quarterbacks. I may tackle this in the draft. Hold on now, hold on. Nate Sudfeld, the current 3rd string for the Eagles in real life. Throw power is good. Accuracy's not the worst. What's his development rating? Only a normal. And he's 25. So, never mind. Now, we do still need a backup. So I'm thinking, how about... Jesus. Maybe Brett Hundley? I know in real life he's a walking disaster, but in Madden, his ratings are not the worst. I'd actually be okay with giving this guy a cheap deal. Let's actually go 3 years, and we'll see if we can drop this down to super cheap. And he's going to get 74 points of interest with that. So we will check back on that later. Wide receiver. I would love to get some more wide receivers. Ryan Grant, 28 years old. Meh. They're all old. Dante Moncrief, 80 overall, 26 years old. The Colts really want him, but let's see if we can put in something he'd be interested in. We can put him under contract until he's 31. And I think if we offer him this kind of a deal, let's see where that puts us. 91? That does put us in the lead, but not by much. Okay, well, let's see what else we can get while we're looking. Adam Humphries. Man, oh man. These guys are getting big offers. It is not a huge year for free agent receivers. Do we have any, like, really young people here? No. I don't know why I'm expecting super young players, but I think Chris Conley might be someone we might want to look into. 26 years old. Let's see what he thinks about this offer. 87 points. All right. Let's move on for now. Tight end, I already don't see anyone we're really going to want to target here. They're all getting pretty old. Jesse James, though, 25 years old, 78 overall. He'd already be our starter. Let's look at what he's good at. He is a catching tight end for sure. That run block is super bad, but his route running isn't very good. I think he's someone we offer a sort of low contract to. Kind of a low risk, high reward situation if he turns out to be really good. And I think as we develop him, we put it into catching and route running, so he'd be a possession tight end. Let's offer him this, see what he thinks. Left tackle, there's nothing good on the market right now. The highest free agent is 70 overall, and he's 28 years old, so we're gonna move on. Left guard, this is something we really need. They're all old, though. John Miller, probably our best option here on the market. I'm thinking we should probably go after him. 26 years old. Let me offer him a 5-year deal, and I'll even raise the price because I really need an upgrade here, and it's still not that expensive. So, yeah, 92 points for him. That's good. Might go after BJ Finney here, too. 27 years old. He's still better than both the players we have right now. So even if we don't get the other guy and we get him instead, it would still be an upgrade. So yeah, let me boost this up and make sure we get hopefully both of these guys. If we can snag them both, that's awesome. Right guard was a position we really needed, and Jack Mewhort is the best option here. 27 years old, 79 overall. What do I think of going after him? DJ Fluker, Jesus, that hair. And Jamon Brown, also options. A little bit older, but it's not going to be as much of a market for them. Of course the Giants are going after Jamon Brown. Oh, let's... Jesus, never mind. The Dolphins have a 125-point offer on him. There's no way we're getting him. Well, let's come back to this, because if we have the extra money, we might try to go all out on getting Jack. But let's look at the other positions first, see how much we put on the table and how much money we still have left on the table to offer, and then we'll go from there. Left end, Dante Fowler on the market, and there is already quite the bidding war going on for him. First person that's not getting bid on is Morgan Fox, 24 years old and a 76 overall. Oh, I definitely want to take a look at this guy. Let's offer him a 5-year deal. Bump up the numbers even. I'd be cool with offering this. It's less than $3 million a year. And he's a upgrade as a backup. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I think we go after Phillips and Day here. Let's see what we can offer. 26. Let's just do this. And then for Day, let's Let's go a little bit cheaper because he's younger. So we can offer him a longer deal and, well, maybe not that cheap, and then get away with less money. So let's see what he thinks about this. He doesn't love it, but we'll see if we can get him. Right end. Hankins at 27. But the Redskins are really going all in on him. Jesus Christ. Okafor at 28. No one's really going after him. So we might get him as a short-term starter. And then see if we can find a younger guy to develop behind him. Maybe Hand can be that guy. But let's see if there's anyone else on the market that could be that guy as well. Because some of these guys are better than Hand. Okay, hold on. Christian Covington, 25 years old, already better than both of our guys. Let's see if we can get this guy on the team. Oh, he loves that. Really need linebacker help. But these guys are just a little aged. Let's see the Damian Wilson. Let's look at his ratings before we give him an offer, because it's not super fun to pay a lot of money to people that aren't that good. The coverage is not great. Tackling is not great. Speed is not great. I think we pass on him. Yeah, I think this is something we have to address in the draft. Joshua Perry, maybe? 25. I'd be okay offering him a pretty cheap deal. Shit, looking at his ratings, I think he's better than the other guy we were looking at. Let's offer him a cheapo. See what he thinks. Oop, not that cheapo. Maybe. Middle linebacker, Ramik Wilson. Oh boy, there's not a lot of talent on this free agent class here. David Mayo. Oh, but he's not good, oh. I think we pass, oh. Right outside linebacker. Man, he's 36 years old and still the best on the market. That's crazy. Preston Smith, 26 years old, 78 overall. Hold on now. It's faster. Zone coverage is mediocre. Below mediocre, to be honest. Tackling's not great. Acceleration's good. Block shedding's not good. Yeah, I don't know. He's 26. He's not really going to be developing much more. Yeah, I think we pass. At cornerback, we, not a lot of people are going in on this free agent class. I think maybe we go after Bryce Callahan. We can get him for a few years. And then develop some younger talent while we're doing so. He likes that. Mike Hilton. Ooh, I really like this one. Let's offer yeah, I'm cool with this. Ooh, okay. If we can get both those guys, those are our new number 2 and number 3 cornerbacks. I'd be happy with that. Free safety. I'm looking more for a backup. Jimmy Ward's 28, not him. Yeah, I'm not crazy about this. Strong safety. Boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Jalen Watkins. Let's see what he says to real backup money, because that's what he would be. Potential to get him there. So, with all the other positions looked at, let's see what we can offer Jack Mewhort. Let's offer him a 5-year deal. That's as comfortable as I'm willing to go, because then he'd be 32 by the end of it. Let's look at let's go all the way up to a 6 and see where that gets us. And we will put, oh Jesus, that goes up slow. We'll put his signing bonus, let's see, let's go 2.1. Let's see what he thinks about this. This isn't final, we don't have to give him this. Okay. See, that's a lot of, I don't know. Let me put it up to 7. What does 7 look like? Because if that's still not more than the Dolphins offer, then that ties the Dolphins offer. Jesus. What was it? He'd be a backup. I mean, TJ Lang's only going to be here for 1 more year, but for this year, Muhort's a backup. I don't know about that. He's 27. He's not going to be getting any better. Yeah, I think we withdraw on him. Let's look instead at Jamon Brown and who was the other guy we were looking at? Oh, Fluker, right. No, he's 28. Yeah, same problem. I don't think we're going to be looking at him either. So let's look instead at Jamon Brown. We can comfortably offer him a 5-year deal. And let's see what he says to 2.5 and a 1 million signing bonus. Ooh, he likes it. We just jumped in front of the Giants for him, so we might be getting Mr. Brown. Okay, so let's skip ahead to next week and see what those people think of our offers. Oh, okay, good start down there. We got accepted offers from Perry, Hilton, Callahan, Okafor, Moncrief, Miller, James, Covington, Phillips, Brown, and Fox. I know that's not everyone we offered contracts to, but so far so good. No one said no. Let's look at who's still thinking about it. Watkins, Conley, Day, Finney, and Hundley. All right, has anyone jumped in front of us for any of these guys? Watkins and Finney are the only ones that we're no longer in front for, so let's see what we can do. We're offering them this. What? What the heck? Okay. Available funds? Oh shit, dude. Oh, I'm in the negatives in funds already? Whoa, how the fuck did that happen? Okay, guess we're gonna have to withdraw our offers. I didn't realize it was that bad. Jesus. Okay, well, fuck. Okay, so with that unfortunate news and discovery, we are no longer going to be signing any more free agents, which means we're pretty much going to skip ahead to the draft, which yeah, I'm a little nervous about because, oh god, we don't have a middle linebacker too. Oh, fuck. Okay, definitely got to look at that then. Otherwise, we'll have to change our scheme. Oh god. Oh, this is not good. Oh boy. Yeah, so the draft is going to be pretty important, as you can see. I didn't realize we were only going to have 1 middle linebacker left, so whoopsie daisy. Okay, so in free agency, we didn't do a lot of what I wanted to get done, but we did make some moves, and I'm happy with who we got. Of course, not getting everyone is a bit disappointing, and running into the red in funds, also not fun, but overall, can't complain too much, which means it's time for the draft. So with an 8-8 record, we are going to be picking at 18, and so let's take a look at this draft board. For anyone that doesn't know, the draft board, oh, I didn't organize it, Jesus Christ. The draft board is basically a way to organize the people that you scouted that you have interest in and sort of put them in order and figure out kind of what you're looking for as you go round by round throughout the draft. Okay, just had to organize that a little bit. Obviously, this isn't the complete top to bottom order of priority, but this is more or less what I'm looking at in this draft here. So as we go through each round, we're just kind of, well, how did that... All right. As we go through each round here, we're just going to kind of keep track of who's being taken and who's not, and that'll kind of help us figure out what we need to do next. Since we went 8-8, we don't have great positioning here in this draft, I want to see if we can use that extra 5th and 6th round pick to trade up a little bit. Obviously, we won't be able to get a whole lot done. I'm not expecting to get into the first overall spot. But yeah, we'll see what we can do here. It should be an interesting draft. And it's important enough that, oh god. So let me first see, who do I want the most here in the first round? Because I've got a linebacker, right tackle, 2 corners, receiver, 2 pass rushers. I kind of need everything. So I don't know who I need most. Right tackle's not really the biggest position of need compared to some of these other ones. So neither is corner, though. I'd like to get this receiver. Pretty fast, good release and route running, agile, just not that strong. But for a receiver, that's not a big deal. And he's 21. So Marvin Falk, I'd love to get him. In fact, I think we're going to put him up top here because I think Gordon Reed might be the guy I want the most. He's fast, he's strong, he's got the hit power and the tackling. He's mostly going to be a pass rusher, which I'd love to get a coverage guy, but I think it's good to get a pass rusher because we generated almost no sacks, which is why I'm also looking at Tyshawn Lippett down here. Good finesse moves, good agility. Yeah, he's okay fast. Tackling is not great though. And then Teddy Doyle, his tackling's better. Very strong, but he's more of a run stopper as opposed to a pass blocker. Or pass rusher, I should say. So it's tricky what we do here in the first round, but we're taking halfway through the round, so we got a lot to figure out before we get there. I don't think Gordon Reed and Marvin Falk are still going to be on the board by the time we get there. Jets number 1 overall, go corner with Anton Armstrong, very good player. Gordon Reed, number 2 overall, goes to the Bengals. There was no way we were going to be able to trade up for that. Lawrence Lester goes to the 49ers. Raiders go outside linebacker, Handgartner. Marvin Falk off the board. There goes the 2 people I wanted the most. Tyrone Fisher. Martin Hicks, free safety. Dolphins take a center. Pat Walter goes to the Bears. A lot of people on my board are leaving slowly but surely. Let's see what I got left. Just these 2. Okay. And they are both projected to go early. So wonderful. Now, Rashad Hodges is a backup plan. He's projected to go late in the 2nd round, but he is actually a late first rounder in true talent. So, with B+ catching, B route running, he's not that fast, but do I want to take him in the first round? That's what I'm wondering. Teddy Doyle and Tyshawn Lippett probably not going to be on this board for much longer. Warren Church goes to the Broncos. Wes Kostrua goes to the Seahawks. Texans also take offensive lineman. D tackle goes to Tennessee. We come up here in 3 picks. Okay, there goes Teddy Doyle. Tyshawn Lippett's the only actual projected first rounder left on our board. Do we try to trade up? Or do we let him fall? I think because we're running a 3-4 and he is a pass rushing right end, I don't know what to do with that. Plus he's 24. That's something I didn't really consider. I think we let him go. Yeah, I think we're gonna let this one go. There he goes to the Vikings. If I was going to trade up, it was going to be right there. So there goes Tyshawn Lippett. Let's see what the Giants do. Blair Hansen, they take a quarterback in the first round. All right. So because we are looking at that receiver that is projected as a early second rounder, we actually have a little bit of wiggle room to trade down. So let's see what people are offering. I do not want to leave the first round, so these two offers can go fuck themselves. I think that's a little too low. Let's go to pick 30, and the rest of these take me out of the first round completely. And they're not offering me anything else for that pick. They just want to trade up 12 spots and give me nothing else for it. So we're going to stay right where we are, and we're going to make our selection. It's a risky pick, but it is the only one I'm comfortable with making right now, especially because I don't want to trade down. 23 years old, a little bit younger. Rashad Hodges, pack your bags, you're moving to Toronto. Welcome to the Mounties. 76 overall, a little bit of a reach. He's number 32 in true talent. We took him at number 18. Normal development, so nothing crazy here, but I like the speed, not bad. Acceleration's good, catching's good. Short route running, great. Medium route running, not bad. Deep route running is a problem. Spectacular catch isn't good, but his agility and release, I'm cool with. Catching traffic is alright. I'm not too upset with this pick. So, looking at what's still on the board for us, I really want to go and get Finau Montgomery. He's projected as an early second rounder, though. So I want to see if we can trade up to make sure we get him, because I really need a linebacker. And I like him the most out of this class. Yeah, the next middle linebacker in this draft class that I like isn't until the 5th round, which I'm cool with taking both of them, to be honest, because this guy's a coverage linebacker and he's fast and agile, but I'd like to get both of them, so let's see if we can trade that 5th and 6th rounder, or maybe something else to move up in the 2nd, and get ourselves some MLB action going with Finau Montgomery. Okay, the Colts have pick 33, which is the 1st and the 2nd round, so I'm going to offer them our 2nd, a 5th, and a 6th. Let's see what they say to that. No, they don't want it. Okay, let's try something different. Let's give them a future pick. Let's see what they say to a 4th rounder. No, okay. This isn't going to work so much. So instead, let's try to offer them a player. Let's see. Who would they be interested in? Do you want a fullback? Huh? Almost. Let's see what they say if I give them the fullback and that 5th round pick. Ooh, we're getting somewhere. I think if we give them a better player, we might have some there. Because that fullback is like the worst on our team. Let's see what they say about Mr. Lawson here. You want a cornerback? Yes, they do! We got the pick! Awesome. Okay, I'm very happy with that. Finau Montgomery, he's projected as an early 2nd rounder, and we are literally as early in the 2nd round as we can possibly be. So, let's see what happens. As long as no one takes Montgomery here on a reach, we should be alright. Martin Carter. You sons of bitches! They took him so early! Oh, God damn it. Are you serious? Oh, I don't even have anyone else in the 2nd that I like. Are you kidding me? Fuck me. I mean, I could take Doran Campbell. Short route running is good and be catching, but he's also not fast. Not strong. He has no physical traits, really. Okay, we are on the board now. No, don't trade away pick. Let's see at the top of the 2nd what we have available. Whoops, wrong thing. So Doran Campbell's still there. Ryan Kramer's still there, but honestly, I'm not crazy about either of them. Oh, shit, my asshole. I'm going to experiment here. I don't know anything about Parker Gross, but he's fast and he's agile. He's pretty strong. I'm going to take a real chance, having not scouted him at all. And we are going to take Parker Gross with the first pick of the 2nd round. I'm not even confident about this, but welcome to Canada. Okay. This is a terrible draft. Oh, it's already bad. Oh, Jesus. Speed, zone coverage, tackling's okay. Hit power's not. Oh, boy. So we're going to skip ahead to our next selection here, which is going to be all the way in the 4th round. Oh, no, here we go. Okay, 3rd round. I was going to say, how the fuck did that happen? The Falcons just took a tight end, so let's see what the fuck we have on our board right now. Ryan Kramer's still there, so you know what? Fuck it. Let me take Ryan Kramer. Easy pick. Good pick. Number 47 in true talent. Sort of makes up for the reach we just had with Parker Gross. 75 overall, that's not terrible. And finesse moves, hit power, acceleration, pursuit. I can live with this. Skipped ahead again. Now we are at a middle round selection in the 4th. Let's see what's on our board. I'm not super thrilled with how this has been going, but okay. So this is a player I wanted to look at. Cameron Neal is a projected 5th round quarterback with 4th round talent. And I know we are still in the middle of the 4th round, and he's projected as a late 4th rounder, but he's 22 years old with good throw power. His accuracy could be better, but he is the perfect type of player for developing in the background while Matthew Stafford plays out the rest of his contract. I think this would be a good place to start as far as working towards the future. Let's draft Cameron Neal. 72 overall, he's not that good. It's not really a reach if we only take him 3 spots forward. Quick development, I'm actually pretty happy about that. Throw power is great. Medium accuracy, pretty reasonable. Short accuracy also could work on that. Deep accuracy, awareness. These are all pretty solid stats for a guy we're going to let sit and work on. I'm not upset about this pick at all. Okay, now for the 5th round pick, let's take a look at the draft board. These later rounds are really important because these are where we... Okay. There is nothing there. What is our 6th round situation looking like? I mean, fuck. Alright, let's look at what's available. This 1st round running back is still on the board, and I'm confused as to why. We've got some 4th round talents here. Speed rusher and Corey Dunlap, but they're both left outside linebackers, which I don't need anymore. I'd love to get a middle linebacker if there were still any available. And there are not. The fuck? I hope no one takes Rakeem Vance. I like this kid. He's fast, he's strong. His ratings are low, but I want to develop him, and I think the fact that he's undrafted is great. If he's still there in the late 6th round, I might take him there. Because the way this draft is going, people are just going to fucking take anyone at this point. It doesn't matter where. I mean, look at this. I mean, people have realized these 2nd rounders are not good, but like, what's up with this? And this 1st rounder, what is going on here? Oh, he's not fast at all. That's probably why. Jesus, all he can do is jump, really. Okay, yeah, no thank you. I think... Let's take a look at Aaron Herring. Not that strong, not that fast. Corey Dunlap? Faster, but not... Oh, God. This is a terrible draft, I gotta say. Alright, looks like it's gonna come down to these two. And eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. I'm going with Corey Dunlap. This is a good pick. 131 in true talent. We took him at 131. Normal development, 72 overall. These are okay stats. But I think he's going to be a backup, so it's not a huge deal. I think we're going to be moving some of these people around as well. I don't think they're all going to be sticking to the positions that we're drafting them at. So, we'll see where that all goes. Fisher Carson just went to the Giants, and now we're up again in the 6th round. Let's see how bad the draft board looks. And there's only one person left. So we pick again in 6 selections. Now, he's supposed to go undrafted, but this is all going terribly. So, yeah, I don't know really. Oh, God, no. He's super slow. I don't really know what to do at this point. I didn't get to pick a tight end. I wanted to pick up a tight end. This guy's okay as far as physical traits go, but I can't trust the tight end that I didn't scout. So, oh my God, I think we're going to trade out of this spot because I don't like this at all. Okay, Rakeem is still there. Let's look at middle linebackers. He's the top one on the board. Oh, it's going to be a reach. I know it is, but I'm so scared of him going away. I don't want to lose out on that guy. Oh, fuck. Let's see if anyone's offering us an early 7th for this pick. And if they are, I think we should take it. Okay, what are we currently at? I hate how it does that. So you see up there, it shows round 6, pick 24. But then when you want to look for what picks they're offering you, 201, 194. I don't know where this is. I don't know how far away this is. 196. Okay, the earliest pick we're getting offered is 194. So, all right, let me think. 6 times 32 is 192. So this is actually at the top of the 7th. Let's take it. I hope I did that math right. Yes, okay. See there, your next pick, round 7, pick 2. All right, let's go. Please still be there. Please still be there. Oh my God, please still be there. Please still be there, please. Yes! Rakeem Vance, you're coming to the fucking Mounties. Welcome to the team. Okay, it's a reach by a lot, but I'm glad we got him. I don't care. The speed, the strength. That's a good base. Okay, he's not that fast, but I want to work on this kid. I'm cool with this. And now is our last pick of the draft. Let's take a look at what's on the board still, because there's nothing left on our draft board. Top 2 players are a kicker and a punter, and then a quarterback, and then another kicker. Are you goddamn kidding me? What about this guy? No. No. Okay. 5'8", and he's the deep threat? No, thank you. I'm gonna trade out of this. Good God, this was a terrible draft class. Just awful. Let's see what we can get for next year. And we're done here. The Patriots are offering us a 5th rounder. That's pretty good. I'm taking that. What a shitty draft class. Good God. All right, and we're done. That was not good. Not good at all. I'm happy with a couple of picks that we made, but overall, I mean, that was just a bad draft class in general. Let's look at this recap. So we didn't get anyone above a 76 overall. That's terrible. It's utterly terrible. We got a receiver, a strong safety. Let's try something here. Okay. So I put Parker Gross to middle linebacker now, and he's a 72 overall. I think we're better off putting him here because we didn't really need a strong safety, and that's kind of the risk I was taking when I drafted him because I didn't know how his skills were going to translate to being a middle linebacker instead. But yeah. And we've got Ryan Kramer here, who was a better pick, one of the better picks that we had all draft. Cameron Neal, who is okay. Corey Dunlap, who I'm not thrilled with, and Rakeem Vance. So, what a start to the Toronto Mounties franchise. Okay, so overall, could have been better, could have been worse. Still not thrilled, but this is a rebuild, so it's going to take a while. So I think we're going to call this an episode here. Episode 1 in the books. Next episode, we will tackle the preseason and probably a couple of the first regular season games because we're just going to sim through the preseason. And we'll see how this team looks now that we've added some new faces, and we're going to adjust some things, I think, in the next episode as well, like we did with that safety, Parker Gross, who's now our second starting middle linebacker, so it worked out all right. And yeah, I think that's all we're going to do this week. This episode. It's not a weekly show. So yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Hope you enjoy. Go Mounties! We're the Mounties! We're handsome, we're brave, we're strong. We're the Mounties, and we'll control the ball. You can try to run, or you can try to pass, but the Mounties